Threads of Fate, and the only right way of using the system currently. In this video we will be talking about what Threads of Fate system is, how it currently feels in the game, and as I just said, how to play the game currently so that you take advantage of Threads of Fate and not get too demotivated. Please stick around, let's talk about it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gyro, I'm your host here. Particularly warm welcome to you if you're one of the latest new subscribers. You're most welcome in our very casual leveling alt adventuring club. So we're talking about Threads of Fate, the new system introduced by Blizzard for Shadowlands expansion. Something that arguably makes the expansion potentially, and I'll tell why potentially in a minute, potentially very alt-friendly, certainly more alt-friendly than a lot of other expansions were before Shadowlands. Threads of Fate is without a doubt something that's borrowed from Diablo 3. Diablo 3 has adventure mode system, which allows you to level not following the storyline, not following the main quests, not following the main NPCs, characters, listening to all dialogue, etc, etc, but instead you can basically just straight away be introduced to the world and start jumping between different objectives that yield some experience and give you some rewards. That's about it. So that is what adventure system is. However, in Diablo, that adventure system fits into the format of the game very, very well, and it is a lot more mature. So basically the system was fleshed out over many, many, many years, and it has received a lot of improvements, a lot of upgrades, a lot of kind of subtle things that you may not even remember that they were not there from the beginning. But now that they're there, this is what makes the lifeblood of Diablo 3 as the game, that adventure mode, the bounty hunting, work. Now, Blizzard tried to introduce it into World of Warcraft. That I can commend them on. I applaud that. I applaud that. I do. It is fantastic. What is good about it? Well, what's good about Threads of Fate is that it simply is giving you a choice. For people like me, for people like a lot of you guys who are here on my channel, who are my supporters, who are similar players to me, casuals, we have lots and lots and lots of alts. At some point, maybe not from the alt number 2, I would be honest, but at some point, alt number 4, alt number 5, you start feeling like, oh, I just can't listen to Malfurion profess his eternal love to Tyrande any longer. Do you remember that? Or I cannot follow Jaina through the moor yet another time. Spoiler alert, in Threads of Fate you still need to do it, but you don't have to do a lot of other stuff, that's my point. So giving people alternative way of experiencing content, alternative way of progression is great, So you already figured, yeah, we're starting with the good points. These are good things for sure. So how does it work in a nutshell? Very, very simple. You basically get introduced to the moor anyway. You still need to listen to Jaina, you still need to go through the escaping the moor scenario, I guess we can call it, the initial quests on the second alt after you've leveled your main or your first, whoever you leveled, the character you leveled to level 60. So the second one you take through the moor still, but once that second alt of yours, once they reach Oribos, you will be greeted by the Fate Scribe. He greets you in Oribos, or she, I don't even know what that is, and gives you a choice of 2 paths. You can choose to go and experience the storyline again on the alt, that's fine, and it's great that they give you a choice, by the way. Or you can choose Threads of Fate. Threads of Fate is what adventure system of Diablo is, except with a lot of shortfalls, yeah, and that's what we will be talking about today. And basically you can just choose your own adventure, ultimately. Go through the world, do bonus objectives, do quests, do some dungeons here and there, and level like that. Well, to me, as a Diablo fan, as someone who is an altoholic, I have a lot of alts, for me this is great news. Problem is that until you start experiencing Threads of Fate, you actually do not know, you do not realize the shortfalls of the system. You don't. They allow you to select a zone, kind of pretty much the same as we did in Zuldazar, as we did in Kultiras. You choose the first zone that you want to start leveling in, but in this particular case they just tell you, choose the zone you want to go and help. And you go and start helping them. That's about it. Now, that's about it. So the good about it is just freedom of choice. really. You don't need to worry about much else. To be aware of some issues, however, and that is kind of what I want to talk to you guys about mainly in this video, is that the lack of direction, this freedom of choice, the choose your own adventure type of stuff, while very appealing to experienced players and while very appealing to maybe very tired players, those who are tired of the story, they don't want any of this blabbering, they want to turn off the brain and go from one target to another target and do kill quest, kill quest, kill quest. That's cool, but at the same time it could be rather confronting to some people. You, after the first initial kind of, oh wow, that's different, after the first initial positive surge of emotion, you might feel directionless. You might feel lost. You might feel lost in the world, not in a good sense of the word. You might actually be like, well, that doesn't have any wind in my sails, like where do I go next? I guess I go there. What the compounding effect of what makes it worse, quite honestly, is the fact that the experience yield from bonus objectives, for example, that always used to be go-to things for us, right? We used to look out for bonus objectives on the map as levelers, as alcoholics, because we knew that that would be the bang for the buck as far as the huge chunk of XP. I would feel like I'm, well, kill questing, but at the same time I'm also getting rewarded for it. Here, I don't know if they have dampened the amount of XP, if they've nerfed the amount of XP that you get from bonus objectives across Shadowlands, Threads of Fate or not Threads of Fate, I'm not quite sure. I didn't compare 1-to-1, but in Threads of Fate, normal leveling experience felt okay to me, not super fast, not super slow, sort of okay, the campaign version, yeah. But Threads of Fate feels both directionless, which I am actually, by the way, okay with. But I want rewards. I want mainly experience rewards, and I feel like they are artificially hobbling me. I feel like they're artificially slowing me down, and I feel like the experience for bonus objectives specifically, maybe not for the main quests, well, side quests really, the ones that you're exposed to in Threads of Fate, not the main quests, but bonus objectives give such slow amount of experience, such low amount of experience that you feel unrewarded, and you really, after the very short initial period of time of enjoying it, you start feeling like it's a slog. Kill, 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 go places, kill, 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 not get anything for it, like a little tiny bit, whatever. I spent virtually whole day yesterday in Threads of Fate on my new alt, who I will be talking to you about in a different video. That will be us discussing the best ways to play and level as a demon hunter, and naturally comparing to my other main alts, Warlock and Hunter, so please look out for that video. But basically, it's unenjoyable. It's not enjoyable. With the current amount of experience, it's not enjoyable. And before you, I mean, you're welcome to disagree with me, talk to me in the comments down below as always, but before you do that, I've done my research. I also was on the forums, I was on Twitter, I was looking at different things, just kind of to see, is it me? Because, look, I play how I play, I make no apologies, you're welcome here if you agree with me. You know, there are plenty of other places for you to be if you fundamentally disagree with me and think that I'm an idiot or whatever. But I've done my homework, I've checked the community, how do people feel about this? And that's where I welcome your opinion as well, right? But it seems to me like a lot of people in the community out there, Twitter, forums, Reddit, are straight away already saying what I'm saying to you. They're saying bonus objectives need to be buffed in terms of experience, need to be buffed because it's a slog. It's a horrible, slow slog. And I don't like it at all. Now, the only right way to do Threads of Fate, currently, before buffs, and if you ask me, I do believe that they will be buffed, because Blizzard has to, in their slow wisdom, they have to observe this feedback, and it's not coming just from my minuscule channel, so the only right way to do it is this. First, play a tank or a healer. Play a tank or a healer, my man, or my lady. That will get you without too much trouble, without waiting between half an hour and an hour. It will get you into dungeon groups very easily. It will get you into dungeon groups very easily, and you're the boss, more or less, especially if you're a tank. And watch my older videos on my channel. I will link one of them here above for you just as an example. It was obviously before Shadowlands, but it was general sentiment about the fact that when you play a healer, it is an easy way to gearing and learning content. You just keep people alive. Just keep them alive and look around. It's great. When you're a tank, it's a different position. Of course, you have to be more confident. Of course, you have to lead the group. But even if you don't know content, you can just say, please feel free to lead, I'm new here. And people are welcoming of that attitude. But anyway, that's me digressing. But this is the right way of doing it right now, before, hopefully, a buff to Threads of Fate content by Blizzard. Play a tank, get into the groups, very easily, dungeon groups, and level through dungeons. End of the story. Do not rely on helping the zone, doing slow quests, moving that needle. Oh, slowly we're helping them. Oh my god, who even thought on Blizzard's side? The system is great. The system is fantastic. Thank you, Blizzard. But the amount of experience it gives, the amount of reward is non-existent. It makes me feel like I'm ready to fall asleep, like, oh my god. It's really, really disappointing, horribly disappointing right now, which is why I think it will be buffed. So at the moment, once again, pretty much on the date when this video will be released, which at the moment of recording of this video is maybe a couple of days away. I don't think that they are so ear to the ground and they will update the system and buff it by the time this video releases. But if it does, hooray for us, right? So right now, you will benefit tremendously from being a healer or a tank, get into groups, get into dungeons, level through dungeons. They give substantial amount of experience, substantial amount. They take between 15 and 20 minutes to complete. They give you, as a random dungeon queue, they give you roughly, I don't know, about 50,000 experience. Roughly, once again, the stretch of, well, currently in my level range, the stretch of the actual level, the experience needed to achieve a level is somewhere in the ballpark of 250. That gives you some very simple math to work out how many dungeons you need to run in order to gain a level. That's about it. Go help a zone, slowly slog through bonus objectives, slog through some quests that, especially if they are located closer to each other. That is the only, because travel time is involved, right? You have to factor in all those things. And but do not rely on bonus objectives or traveling around the world as you immediately think, it's going to be like Diablo. It won't be. Diablo is immediately rewarding, and Diablo also has waypoint teleport. Don't forget that in World of Warcraft you don't get teleport. You have to literally travel on foot in a non-flying world. You have to travel around the world to do slowly something to get a tiny bit of experience. Yeah? One more bonus thing to mention that is good about this kind of bonus objective leveling Threads of Fate thing. If you are particularly a leather worker and a skinner like this character is, hanging out in the zone of one of those bonus objectives that take bloody ages to complete, technical term, gives you a metric ton of leather, because you skin your own kills and you skin other people's kills. That's what at least happened to me. I ended up with maxed out skinning in virtually no time, under 1 hour of hanging around one zone and not even killing everything myself. It was wonderful. That felt rewarding. That felt like the right way of doing things. But again, it just highlights how sort of not thought through and a bit broken the system is. Surely Blizzard did not think in their sane mind that it would be fun enough to keep a player within one spot going around and clicking mobs to death. Come on, at least Diablo has momentum to it. World of Warcraft Threads of Fate don't have momentum to it. You stick to the place for too long, you don't get much experience. And rewards, actual quest rewards, actual blues, actual stuff that you get are so infrequent and so underwhelming that, oh my god, you don't want it. And these are my thoughts on Threads of Fate system in the game right now. Guys and girls, please let me know if you agree, if you disagree. We're allowed to disagree on this channel as long as we are mutually respectful. That's all I keep saying always, and I only repeat this because we have new people coming every day. So this is just how this channel works. It's very democratic, but it's mutually respectful. Respect is not optional. So hopefully you did enjoy this. Hopefully you did agree. Obviously I publish videos hoping, as I said, that people agree, my people agree with me. And hopefully the good word spreads somehow reaches the right ears, maybe they will listen to us, and by they I mean Blizzard. Please subscribe if you haven't already, but if this sounds like your cup of tea, if you like generally my videos, and if you would like more similar content. And soon we'll be talking about Mission Table, we'll be talking about Demon Hunters as my other remaining third choice, I suppose, of the main alt. There is a lot more to say about things that I've observed in Shadowlands so far, and going forward into the future as we dive deeper into every system, renown, rewards, proper gearing, that kind of stuff. I'll talk to you soon. Videos are being released twice a week. Sometimes the gap is a little larger, sometimes the gap is a little shorter, and it all depends on your response, guys. So please don't be shy, comment, subscribe, like. See you later.